Not one of them, whether the good, the bad, or the ugly, and none of them. Because number one, I'm quite a private person, so if me ask for help, which is very rare, because me not like accept help from no one. But if I should ever ask for help, I don't want it to be publicized. And yes, I know that, with these charities, it comes with, it is part of the terms and condition. But that are the number one reason why I would definitely wouldn't go ask for no help from none of them, because I do not want my business to be out there like that. And I know that sometimes people don't have a choice. They are so desperate, so they have to put themselves in that position. So you see, when they say to be poor is a crime, you know what I mean? But may I tell you the truth? Anytime any one of these recipients go and get assistance from any one of these charities, especially one in particular, which is the Good Deeds Charity Foundation, Jesus Christ in heaven, then can't rest. Charity is something where we give you some sort of peace of mind. But you can't rest. You can't rest once you come and you associate yourself with the founder of the charity. Jesus have mercy. And at the end of the day, you can't blame people for ask questions. People are, once it's public, that's what I'm trying to say. You see, me no want my business for the out there like publicly like that when me seek assistance. Because once it's public, people are gonna ask questions. You can't stop people from asking questions. As jarring as it might be, as annoying, as frustrating as especially when you know deep in your heart, you do nothing to be under constant scrutiny. Jesus Savior. People are going to ask questions. And me couldn't bother with it. Honestly, me couldn't bother with it. Like, as a recipient, I wouldn't. Me just say, forget it. Me no bother. Me no bother up there. But if me go make one concoction, mix some different flavors together and make some sky juice and go around go sell it. Because no, my love, me I'd rather do that more than go to any one of those charities in Jamaica. And that's the God's honest truth. Cause I couldn't take it. Me couldn't take it. Then now me I watch this young lady, right? And she there school. She is at school. And before she focused on her studies, she come out of her classroom, gone a bursary, and ask the receipt and all sorts to prove all kind of things or whatever. That would then have to come at a later date. I'm not saying, okay, you can't prove. Not, me personally, me want to prove, you know what I mean? But she wants to prove so that people can stop talk. But me just say to myself, so me tell you something. You see, the more you talk, the worse it is for you. Because sometimes they end up saying things where you're not supposed to say, unbeknownst to you, not even think. But you divulge information where you're not supposed to divulge. And there's some more and more questions I go ask. And more people are going to jump on the bandwagon and think. They're going to think all types of things. So, better if you did stay in your classroom and read a book and all of them something. Why would I do a union bother myself with nothing? When I'm there at school, I not even want to see nothing on social media. I don't want to look at social media about anything. I don't want to hear no mix up until me finish. I don't want nothing for distract me or disturb me. When time I come home now, you depend on the train, depend on the bus or wherever, your Uber or whatever, then you can go. But in a school, you're mad. Me not have nothing better to do. And that is school, and that is so important. And you have to pick up yourself, go and prove certain things. Me tell you, say, uno different. And me telling you, say, uno really and truly different. Uno not serious. Honesty. I know people are going to jump and say, okay, well, I see when you say you did say something all right when you come on to Urine Miller. Let me tell you something. You see, Urine Miller is a general. And I like the fact that he was called out on certain things so that whatever it is that in the plan for do, him not go bother with. That's why I like Andre Stevens. Because you hear me always talk? I always say this where Andre Stevens is concerned, right? He asks questions. He probes into things. He make people nervous. People start, get jittery, right? So anything with them did I do or anything with them they plan for do, then stop because you're on their tail. He's on their tail. He's hot on their tail. So that's why I'm not blame people when they ask questions. Because the moment I see something when it's 100, me go ask question. Me, I go ask questions. So where he's concerned, you can go one side, go sit down, right? Yes, he's in school, he's doing his best or whatever. Fine. We love that. That's what we want. We don't want somebody to come on the net and manipulate the poor little old woman them. Because they're the old ones, they're the ones who are being taken advantage of. They're the donors at them. I donate the money and they're the ones who are being taken advantage of. Right? They're the ones who are being easily manipulated. And I say this to say as well. All right. This is just an extension, of this whole being manipulated. Now I understand why Kevin Smith was able to manipulate all those church members. Because when you delve into the Kevin Smith debacle, whole saga and the whole situation, and you see how all of these church members, they were led. They were manipulated. For sure, so people can manipulate you. People can manipulate you to get you to doing whatever it is that you not even you know want to do, you never think about to do, but you just find it because you are being manipulated, you are being controlled. It is a real thing. That's why the church, see the church is full. The church full because that's what he was doing, and it happened. These things happen on a regular basis. You understand? That's why they're able to thief on out on no money. Because they're able to pull the wool over on a real thing. I don't want to admit it, but it's true. Right? But back to what me I say again, I genuinely, I would want to go to a private organization and ask for assistance. Once it's in the public and it's attached to certain persons, whether it be Zazan, whether it be Anna, whether it be Mr. Handsome, whether it be Miss Donna, I do not want no help from none of them. No, my love, me no want no help because people are going to ask questions. People are going to ask, are you deserving of this help? Because, of course, I'm going to ask because, they might take out their hard-earned money and working, fine. Like, listen, for work of foreign, I know an easy thing because sometimes we are do the bottom of the barrel jobs. You know what I mean? And it's not easy and we have a heart and we want to help as well, but we want to know so it's going towards people who are, they're going to make good use of it. Right? They're not going to abuse the system or the situation or whatever. You know what are them ones? And we want to know that these people are being screened. We not just want to just take up and willy-nilly just like that and not screen. You guys have to start screening. You have to. All right, so you're gonna help mostly children with education and stuff like that. You have to get like good recommendation from all the teachers and stuff like that, principal and stuff, because a whole heap of money, because the money that's been collected is in the millions. So screen them, the community, like how is this your child, you know what I mean? So because we want the child to be the recipient to be of good character. We want this child to be committed and dedicated and determined to know that, what, we're going to put this money into this child and he's going to run with it and he's going to make us proud because of what? Character. You understand? Not just for help, just because of helping sake, but we want to help somebody who have good character, because when you have good character, you can't go wrong with that. Say, yeah, this person's have good character. So going forward, that's just my little suggestion. I don't know, maybe it makes sense to someone, or maybe it don't make no sense to some. But that's just my thought. I wouldn't want no help from none of the charities in Jamaica. And that's the God's honest truth. The way how messy things are run now, and everything is being questioned, every single solitary thing, and you cannot stop people from questioning things. That's the sad part of it. You can't stop because it is public. Once you share it with the public, anybody can comment on it. Anybody at all can say anything at all. Anything. And more we're seeing where a lot of people, they are starting to question a lot of things. Even if there's nothing to question, for some reason, people are going to find something to ask question about because you don't come out and not talk too much. If you not do no charity and not do it and it done, just leave it alone. You give, you forgive, and you know what I mean? Sometimes I have to just allow people to question, question things, right? And not come out and divulge information. Because sometimes, we make it bad for no one ourselves. Tie up on ourselves, start making mistakes. And when you make mistakes, you know what I mean? It just look like, say, oh, something that you are going. So don't. Trust me, don't. If you know, say, everything is above board, God is all seen. He knows what's going on. When you can't hide from man, you can't hide from God. So for me, I do not care. Like, I just do not care anymore. I don't know, everybody different still. But I not think I clear certain things. Like, I don't. I not answer to man, I answer to God. You understand? People just got to talk and dissect and scrutinize and say what they need to say. You know what I mean? So you just have to allow them to do so. End of.
Them food they look good.
Yes, I'm the one you talk about it.
You want me to